morning hours at the Donets are exactly the right time that you go to the spot and fish there for Taran. Well, the Taran, it is actually really worth it. We just had these last days another competition fishing in the live stream here at the Donets, and at that spot I actually had quite good catches of Taran, so good sizes, and also quite a good number of fish. And that simply led to really good silver here, just from Taran. On the side there were also pumpkinseed sunfish, or now, and then also the herring here in this water. And of course, we gladly take them all with us as well. Also, from time to time, there are big chub. You do have to be a little careful with those though, because with a big chub, especially if you are maybe here with the telescopic rod, it can definitely happen that your setup gets snapped off. So you always have to be a bit careful. Right now, I am here with the match rods, but float fishing in general here. You see how close to the shore I am here. It simply works really well at this spot. So you can definitely, as I said, already set up with a telescopic rod. Later then also with the Bolognese rod. And of course, the whole thing works even better once you have unlocked the double bait rig, because then even more fish or also bigger fish go in. At the moment, I have it set up like this, that I have set a line clip. That means the floats drift a bit and then stop at a certain point so that they don't just keep drifting with the current. Zack, and there it already stands. Unless it drifts through, then it means a fish was basically already on it and tried to bite. Just like now here, the chub for example. Come here. Yes, 1.4 kilograms chub. The chub likes to move right along the surface and pulls the bait directly close along the surface while the other fish pull more downward. That is why you can always quickly tell whether it was a chub or another fish. Now let's take a quick look into the setup again, and of course also into the net. How does the whole thing look? And yeah, what you can also do also regarding the bait combinations, that is of course also important. Which are the important baits here? So right now it looks like this. I started in the evening hours. Through the night, there is generally less going on. So during the night, you could also try again with different baits. Or maybe you just stand here with bottom rods and simply try with a compost worm here at this spot. Maybe also the Don catfish goes in here. You can also catch that here at the Donets, and that one is definitely worth it as well. And then in the morning hours, from about 5 o'clock in the morning, it slowly starts again here with Taran. In general, I am right now a bit smaller in the setup. I could well imagine that you can go in here with a size larger as well. I have right now only chosen size 12 hooks, and yes, it is definitely possible that you can also catch something here with a bigger setup. And I think I will directly change that now. So this is how the setup looks right now. I am only with 9 kilograms at the moment. You can even go smaller. That's what I would say. So let us start with that. So a smaller setup would be, for example, something like 3.4 kilograms here. 4.4 kilograms, that's good. Meaning, with a fine small setup, 4.4 kilograms load capacity, it is definitely realistic to stand here. Whether it is with a telescopic rod or, as I said, with Bolognese rods, it is no problem at all. Then let us go up from the size 12 hook. Let's go a bit bigger. Size 8 hook or even size 6 hook should also still work quite well. And then of course the question is, how far are you with the float skill? 2 baits are the key here, and that is the bark beetle larva and the Mayfly. You absolutely must try those. Those are the 2 most important baits. One of the cheapest baits would then also be pearl barley mash. So that would also be an option, although that often gives you something like a gibble carp, and that is not what we want today. So I start here with bark beetle larva, and as I said later on, once you have more skill points, then the Mayfly comes in as well. I'm now set at 80 centimeters depth, and I just cast out really lightly because I want exactly in this edge area here, where the green is. That is where I want to pass by or even drift right into it, so that the floats drift exactly through there, because that is where usually the Taran are. So especially here in this area, just like it is drifting through now. That is exactly right. That is how it should be. Oh yes, and then just keep your eyes open. Oops, I just noticed I did not set the brake correctly. That means I have to adjust that again because I just changed the line here on this setup. Very important. I only have 4.4 kilograms here, so quickly loosen the brake. All right, cast out lightly again. Something bit here, I think. No, not hooked anymore. And again, cast out lightly. And again, cast out lightly. So, and now they can all drift through lightly again. Yes, I searched a long time for my Taran trophy. The Taran is not that easy to catch, but at some point it worked, and I was actually with a fine small setup, and then it eventually worked out. So just test and try. The baits, as I said, those are definitely the most important baits. And as for the spot, it is right down here at the corner. Just walk the path further along, and then you are pretty quickly in this area. Up front in this section, it also works sometimes, but much better lately has been right here at this spot. And yes, then as I said, let it drift through lightly, cast out again and again, and try to get the best possible frequency here, because that simply pays off in silver as well. I would say, let us also look again into the net, how much silver these fish actually bring, or maybe even whether there is also a cafe order for the fish. Yes, always remember, should you try this yourself, that with different weather conditions, meaning different temperatures, of course, also different depths are needed. So depending on whether it is warm or cool, adjust the depths again and again, because it can definitely be that in colder weather, the fish stand a bit higher, and when it is warmer, they maybe go a bit deeper. So bring in a bit of variation. Just test with all 3 rods at different depths first, maybe 10 centimeters higher, or first 5 higher, 5 deeper, and then you already have a wider range of depths, and you quickly see where the Taran are at that time when you are at the spot. So, I will keep going here a bit, or rather I would say, let us just check right now what the fish bring in silver. First, of course, the look into the cafe, and there is only the Pumpkinseed sunfish in it. Well, yes, I will surely catch that too, from 90 grams on. That is another 40 silver extra. That is quickly done. Maybe it even bites here right in front at the pier. And otherwise we are now here with a little more than 30 minutes. The night did not bring that much, but roughly half an hour with 200 silver plus the cafe order on top, so around 250 silver. That should come in about the same. That is fine. That is definitely a good option. And I think you can already see quite well here at the fish prices how much a Taran is actually worth. Up here, 13, 12 silver. Those are really good prices. And also the bycatches, the Pumpkinseed sunfish, the Nase, and even the Chub. It all fits really well in value. So you can really solidly skill float fishing here, and at the same time make silver, and maybe also cross off rare fish, meaning fish species that only exist here at the Donets as trophy. Get to the Donets, test. Try it out. Make money, make XP, have fun. And then we will see each other in the next video. If this helped, leave a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. That helps me. Tight lines.